everyone.
Hello, welcome back. Here we are.
We are post Insulindian Phasmid.
We've been phasmidified.
Yes.
Just looking at the physics of that bag, it's actually pretty impressive, but
That's
kind
fun.
of silkier than it should be.
People said to look in the reads again, and someone else said whatever is there is not visible to us because of choices we have made. So I guess we will
I'm holding
forever
tab.
be
Whatever that was.
mystified. Yeah.
I'm sad that we can't find phasmid babies.
All right, so we're ready to arrest him?
I think so, yeah.
Cool. All right.
What is it? What do you want from me?
Oh, yeah. So
I
how
can't go.
could you not see the Phasmid?
Phasmid's been eating his brain.
He stares at the reeds and falls silent.
Mr. Doras?
He seems to have suddenly deteriorated, eh?
The man does not respond. He keeps staring, black eyes glazed over and bulging from their sockets, his gap-toothed mouth shaking.
It's interesting because, like, when we first turned up, he was like, "This is my unconditional surrender." But then when we later in the quite a lot later in the conversation, tried Junko's watching our audio spikes. When we said you're under arrest, we're taking you away, he was like, "No, I can't go."
Oh, he was quite stressed about the idea of leaving the island, right?
Yeah.
He
I can't go again up here. So, even though he's been quite clever so far in a lot of the conversations we have, he's obviously not fully sound of mind. And possibly has kind of like an emotional, like being on this island has been so long for him.
Well,
and
he's been here like 50 years or
yeah,
something.
so it's not really
sure
surprising
exactly how long,
that
but
he's like in a state of stress about it. Yeah.
With fear and longing.
Fear and longing. There you go.
touch his shoulder gently.
The plastic cape feels coarse. A light shiver passes the man. Other than that, no reaction. He feels small and frail.
He's going into some kind of psychomotor immobility. The good news is, this solves our transportation problem. Doesn't it, Mr. Doras?
Okay. He's not
The
going to
trembling
resist.
mouth appears to sigh.
Between this and the broken tire he's used for a boat, I think it's safe to leave him here, while we go and get help. It will need to be medical first, I'm afraid.
Oh, he must have left if he's got the broken tire for a boat. I forgot about that.
Oh, can I ask this? Because we found the scope, which made me kind of like spiral out
That's
into
right.
like, how did he take the shot if he didn't have the scope? But maybe he lost it after that. We found some things in the Phasmid's nest, Mr. Dross.
He stares into the reeds. Your words don't stir anything in him.
Show him
Perhaps you should.
show him the detached scope.
I lost.
You lost it, Mr. Dross?
He turns his eyes to the reeds again, as he's done so many times. Beige and white stripes.
Junko, what are you doing?
He lost the scope. Then it somehow made its way over there. With the help of a magpie phasmid.
The lieutenant observes the lens sparkle in your hand. Just let this little
What are
cat
you-
settle.
What are you up to? What's the
She
plan
walked
here?
across all the corners with... You know what? That's completely fair, Junko. Yes.
Okay, you're like a little chook brooding on top of a million cables.
This sight is a T9, Mr. Dross. Was it attached to the rifle when you made the shot?
Silence. Not even a sigh.
I really don't like the idea of leaving him here by himself. I feel like one of us could go and get help while the other one stays watching him. Just leaving him by himself is just like recipe for losing your suspect.
Well, losing your suspect, I think that's the primary concern. And the secondary concern is he's not doing very well.
Yeah.
It doesn't seem kind or, reasonable to leave him alone.
Yeah.
Although,
and, like,
he's been alone this whole time.
even
but
though
still.
we have had a confession, we have no proof if he's just dead.
You've gotten all you will out of this poor being.
I'm just going to do this for the sake of thoroughness. Tap the helmet on your head.
Nothing. Just dull staring. Not even rage left, wherever he is. The last embers have gone out. The war is over.
If Kuno kicked it into the sea, as he said he did, the ebb would put it back here. This makes sense. Mr. Dross could have picked it up. Or the Phasmid even. If it did, this is incredible.
I'm going to let you rest now, Mr. Dross.
The plastic cape flaps around his face in a gust of wind. His back is slouched and his mouth open. The blacks of his eyes are receding. His pupils are returning to normal.
What has happened to this man?
Old age and shock.
I think it's the Phasmid.
Yes, the arrest and the appearance of the Phasmid, the combined stress. But you think it's something more than that, don't you?
I love how Kim is like trusting our instincts.
Yeah.
There's much.
Oh.
Remember what it said when it spoke.
I want to say this, but let's
Yes.
work through it.
Okay. So the top one is he couldn't see it, Kim. It's just the reeds for him.
That could be part of the shock. But you're right, something is off here. Mr. Dross,
Touches the man's shoulder.
No response.
Maybe this is how the Phasmid had stayed hidden all these years. Or
It's not bad. Before, when I evaluated his state, he seemed strangely animated.
it's true, he was kind of like jerking
Yeah.
around.
he was energetic and articulate. After all these years alone, with little hygiene or medication, I would expect worse.
Perhaps this animation is induced by something in the Phasmid.
It does not seem to be animated now it's left. Honestly, I'm ready to believe anything at this point. Maybe it is psychoactive.
I mean, there's lots of creatures even in our world that, like I'm thinking of like some like frogs and stuff like that, which like their contact with our species can cause us to have changes in our physiology in some way. So it's not even unrealistic in our world that some interaction with an animal, a creature, could have some impact on someone's.
With the frogs, are you thinking of people using them as, the words escaped me, basically for getting high?
Drugs. Yeah. Well, yeah. I mean, that. I
that what
wasn't
you're thinking
specifically
of?
thinking of that example, but I was thinking about how some frogs like can poison us or cause a change in our mental state. And I think there's some. There's even like a bird that if you touch it, it like makes you really agitated or something because of some thing in its. Yeah.
And I don't think the Phasmid would need to touch you to do what it needs to do.
No, which is of course the more mysterious element of it. But I guess I'm saying like if Kim's working from a more things have to make sense within a scientific
Inside the framework we know. Yes.
Yeah. So maybe it is psychoactive.
I mean, why not? It's 3 meters tall.
He takes off his glasses and cleans them, and when he puts them back on, he's still staring at the sea.
I feel like Kim's had like a reality shock.
Yes.
Oh, we wanted to talk a little bit about the Pale, because somebody in the comments suggested that they believe that the narrative sets up that the Pale is a form of the past, and it's like because the humans have arrived here, they've brought with them this past that they can't stop holding on to, and it's kind of mirrored in Harry's story because he can't let go of the past, right?
Interesting concept. We just hadn't seen that, and in the playthrough we've done,
Yeah.
we hadn't seen any sort of
Yeah, I don't know
allusions
if I like that. Like, I like it as a theory, but I don't know if I agree with it because I just like, why doesn't it gel for me? I don't know. I feel like I like the concept of the Pale being a little bit more wacky woo than that.
Ooh.
I don't know why. And some other people were saying like they see the Pale as being like a allegory for climate change, which I think is definitely part of it. I kind of see it as like dimensional crumble. What do you see it as?
See it as the walls we put up between each other.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Tell me more.
You know, it's kind of like substantial but insubstantial as well. And if we don't know what we know what creates it, you know, in our world if we're putting up walls between each other, but I think it's the intangibility of it, but yet it still affects you in such a significant way. And in this world, it is literally walling off different
Places,
peoples, right?
Yeah. It's the other.
It's the other. Yeah.
Wow.
But, you know,
I love that theory.
These things are allegories for many things.
Yeah, and I do love that, like, the story is left open enough that, like, it doesn't have to be one thing or another. It can be up to the viewer to decide what it means to them.
Yes.
It's not locked in. Could be that there's something hormonal in his relationship to the Phasmid.
You mean pheromonal?
He seemed a little off for this man, his age, Randy. Wait, what?
His age. Randy.
Okay.
Horny.
The scope, knowing of her bruises, his disposition toward Miss Oranje. I see what you mean.
I talked to the Phasmid. It said that it's destroying him.
You should be more careful, detective. Are you sure it wasn't having an effect on you?
Maybe. Really, maybe. Anyway, it's only trying to remain unseen. The degradation is a side effect.
A valid hunch. Long-term exposure to something like that could be neurodegenerative. Also, please be careful when approaching a non-species in the future, detective.
Apparently, if we didn't have the hormone all over us, when we went to touch the Phasmid, it would run away.
Oh.
So you could lose it before Kim had taken the photo.
Ah. Oh.
He's been here for a long time. Who knows how much of it is in company? It was in its company.
What I was going to say about the pheromone, that was a
Oh,
good
yeah.
thing. Good thing we were fully invested in the Phasmid story then, right?
From the get-go.
We will do everything.
Yeah. We were determined to see that Phasmid, whether it was real or not.
He did seem distressed when it finally came to arresting him, like he didn't want to leave this place, and the insect maybe.
He looks at his notebook.
I have absolutely forgotten to take notes. I hope I remember all of this. This will be one hell of a report. Thank God we have the photo.
I'm so nervous about the photo now.
I know.
Kim, protect that photo with your
Kim,
life.
we can drive the boat, you can take your notes, so they're fresh.
I mean, he was taking notes while we were talking to this guy.
No one would believe you without it.
well,
Oh my
yes.
gosh. You know,
Thanks,
I'm 100% sure now
That the photo's fucked?
the photo will get lost, or like when we go across the water, he'll tip us into the sea and it'll get destroyed.
Shit. Yes.
Hang tight.
We should think about getting back to the mainland. To get help. He'll be safe here. If we don't take too long.
So
I'm
let's go.
extremely uncomfortable with this plan, Kim.
Let's go then, and then immediately come back.
Ugh, I hate that. I hate that a lot.
Are we still injured?
Yes. I mean, we could run.
No.
But,
Everything has consequences. Wow, we don't have much left.
the return. That's.
Is that the name of the fucking episode?
I hate that.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm emotionally making my peace with us not ever being able to prove the Phasmid.
Yes, but I think we should give a report back, if we can, to Lena and
Yes.
her husband.
Even if no one else ever believes us, at least we can tell them that they were right.
They were right, yeah, and the amount of time they've spent on this is not wasted.
Yeah.
And Lena's guilt can be alleviated.
Yeah. I really hope that we have that opportunity. I think this is unprofessional.
Oh, leaving the guy behind? Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm going to see if we can fill up. We can take this gas. Oh no, it's no longer... Well. We still need to dance by the words. I hope we still have the opportunity to do that.
Dance?
Yeah, you know how... what's her name? Molly the Skull or whatever her name is. She wrote that thing in gasoline paint.
Yes.
And the thing, we need to set it on fire and dance. I mean, the dancing part is just in my mind.
The skiff is swaying on the waves by the dock.
Let's return to the mainland.
Let's. We are done here.
I mean, we're not done.
Is it going to be a full...
I don't know.
The skiff rocks gently under your weight as you get in. The ride back is uneventful and quiet.
We're going to get
But
arrested.
for the sound of conversation on the water, there is someone inland waiting for you.
Oh, we didn't say this before we said this before we started recording, is that the thing that is waiting for us is possibly getting arrested by internal affairs.
Whoops.
2 men and a woman stand on the concrete square of a nameless village, looking at a small yellow boat as it draws closer. The sea
In trouble?
is
We're in
calm.
trouble.
Either that or these guys also work for
La Puta Madre?
yeah.
Yeah.
You've got a little buddy here.
Hi, little bee.
You reach the jetty and climb out of the skiff.
Gosh. Maybe we should look at our gear.
We've got armor on, which is...
We've got 4 points. I don't think we're going to need armor in this situation, but I suspect we might need, like, convincing people stuff.
Drama's good for lying.
Drama's... Oh, fuck!
then I guess-
That was the most unhinged jump onto my lap, Junko.
Maybe suggestion? Or at least...
Charm in a moment. Yeah. Hang on. Let's look at our full... Oh my gosh, Junko, you're such a fucking hazard.
Pardon?
Sorry, I'm just yelling at my cat. No, drama, lie and detect lies, suggestion. This could be useful as well.
That's pretty
Assert your
cool.
power, self, empathy. Like, I feel like all of these ones.
What does volition do? How about we put one in esprit de corps?
Yeah.
And then is there one you want to put in? Otherwise, I would say we keep a couple for during the conversation.
That's what my feeling is. Although, I mean, we're almost at the end of the game, right? Like, it's silly to just hold on to points for the sake of it.
It's just for the conversation. So
Yeah,
I
I
would
think
just
if we
suggest
have-
doing another point.
Yeah, I think you're absolutely right. If we have 2, that should be enough for the conversation, because often you can't get out, right?
No.
I think maybe this one.
Great choice. Yes. All right.
Okay. And then I thought maybe we could just check what we're wearing.
Take that helmet off. That's giving us a negative suggestion, I think. Yeah.
Okay, cool. We can definitely do that. Where are our hats? What have we got here? Reaction space? Probably rhetoric is useful, right? That does nothing.
What's that hat on the right there? Oh, encyclopedia.
This is our police hat.
Authority.
That's probably a good hat to have on. Believe us as a cop. We are definitely cops being copied. We're not even wearing a jacket. That's because I wanted to show off the outfit.
Oh, yeah.
Let's just go through real quick. What's our shirt? Yeah. What other shirts do we have? This dirty old thing. Faun. +1 to rhetoric, but -1 to empathy. What's rhetoric? Where's that? Up here. Practice the art of persuasion.
Nice.
Yeah, and we've got 9 in that at the moment. Whoops.
Pretty good.
We look so stupid.
We do look fucking ridiculous.
That's because we don't have a jacket on. What are our jacket options? We've got 1 to composure and 1 to shivers. That
That's
could
always
be great.
nice. Do you want to put that on while we're looking for other things, and we can always compare it to?
Yeah.
Oh, the esprit de corps, is it our...
Esprit de
it's
corps
our-
and visual calculus.
That is our...
I see. Oh, yeah, we could put like a Coppo outfit on. But this is also a Coppo outfit, isn't it?
Signal blue naval coat, don't know. But suggestion, but negative to Half-Life. Does that matter?
What's Half-Light? Threaten people. Suggestion is charm people. Oh, so hard to make decisions.
Particularly when we don't know what's coming, right?
Yeah, right? Like,
It just feels vaguely...
alarming.
Yes.
Well, that could be good.
Yes?
Our current one's +2 to drama
Ooh.
versus +1 to inland
I
empire.
do like drama,
manipulation.
though. Drama lets us lie.
Theoretically, we don't need to lie in this upcoming situation.
Yeah.
What are our pants? Half-light, -1 to composure, and -1 to self-warfare. Maybe leave those on? What are our... wait, are those bad pants?
Yeah, no, the ones that you
They're
just
the
hold
itchy
over
pants.
the...
Are those bad pants? Fuck.
That's plus to safe warfare and physical instrument. So that gives us what we're wearing, but pluses and no negatives.
Is it?
Oh, no, sorry. Half-Life. What was I thinking? Composure, safe warfare.
Authority's probably good. I don't think we have any gloves that give us like emotional stuff, but I could be wrong. Oh yeah.
Okie dokes.
What are these? What are our other glasses options? I don't think we want to remove authority right now. No, don't want to remove drama.
That could be okay.
That could be good.
Yes. Let's do that.
Yeah. Like, how much is logic going to help us in this situation?
Authority and composure. Okay. Authority minus composure.
Yeah.
That's fine.
We
Sure.
look completely ridiculous. But, you know,
I wish we'd
It's a
kept...
vibe.
I wish we'd kept kind of snips of, like, little screenshots of all our various outfits.
oh, I have a few.
Do you?
I do.
So good.
Okay.
Let's do it. Safe?
Oh, yeah, good idea.
After all those changes?
Good idea. Jongo, why are you so purry?
Is it just because it's cold, or...?
Maybe. Oh, don't run.
I don't know what I'm even doing here. Harry, we're here because... Is it an intervention?
Maybe it's just an...
Look what the tide brought him.
Oh. Says
This
the man
was the guy with the wig.
Oh. Says the man without sunglasses. Suddenly his expression changes and he tilts his head.
Harry, you're bleeding all over the place. You're half dead.
Are we?
I mean,
Oh, yes.
Maybe.
Kind of.
Whatever this is, it is completely unimportant compared to what you've just seen.
That's true. We've seen a phasmid.
This
Shine
is the
light in
man
their
with
eyes. Threaten them.
sunglasses from the whirling in rags. But where are his sunglasses?
no one else seemed bothered by the bleeding. Wait, you're the man with sunglasses. Forget about all of this. There's a giant ... No one else seemed bothered by the bleeding. Or who are you people? What are we feeling?
I like the weight because it's a weight.
Oh yeah. Wait, you're the man with sunglasses.
That's right. And you're bleeding.
I like that no one else seems bothered by the bleeding.
Bothered by it. Harry, you look like you need a fucking organ transplant.
I think.
Our
I
organs
think
are fine. We just have a hole in our side. It's totally manageable.
Oh, fuck it. Let's not get into that.
forget about all this. There's a giant.
We're not forgetting about anything. Look at you.
He points at you with both hands.
Okay. Who are you people?
Hello, Trent Hylerstone.
It's this
I
guy.
believe we've met on several
Right!
occasions.
Trant! I think I love this name particularly because it feels like Trent is a normal name.
Sorry, I just made a face at Momo.
Trent is a common name in
In
many
our culture.
Western societies. technically common name in New Zealand, eh?
I feel like I've come across, but not many.
But like Trant feels like it might be a perfectly normal name in many parts of the world.
You keep at this.
Shush! A common. There you go. I'm getting cancelled by my co-star. It might be a very common name, but I've never struck up before, and it gives me like a chatification of Trent.
Oh, I see from our perspective. Yeah.
Trant!
That's fun.
Go get Trant, man! Bring him down to the quad! Go get Trant! Okay.
It's probably just like the fucking Craig of wherever the
Yeah. That's
Soup's
probably perfectly normal.
soup's common. Yeah.
I'm your goddamn partner, Jean Vicaire, and this is your special task force. Or what's left of it.
No, Kim's our partner.
What? No wonder he was mad every time we didn't know who he was.
Yeah.
Special Consultant Trant Heidelstam, Battle Officer Jedit
Is this why Trant kept going on and on about how he wasn't doing certain things because he was on holiday or like he was on his weekend or something?
I don't know.
Why did he have his kid here?
Yeah, that's showing him.
Hi.
We've come to scrape what's left of you off the pavement.
Lieutenant Kim Kitsuragi, Precinct 57. We've just come from the island, where our investigation led us.
He points.
His voice is real like flat. He's like,
Yeah.
I'm not impressed with you people. I'm Harry's real partner.
I've been looking after him this whole time. What have you been doing?
Yeah.
Yeah.
The scene is making even him feel as though he has to justify your actions.
Oh. Well, I think we've resolved the case eventually, so.
Yeah, so long as our fucking suspect doesn't get away.
Yes.
We might need your help with something later.
He adds, suddenly regaining his confidence.
Yeah, Kim, you've done nothing wrong.
You've been great.
We've
been-
done many things wrong, but
You've-
you've done nothing
You've
wrong.
been holding this whole thing together. Yes. All right.
As if he recalled that he's in fact a decorated police lieutenant and not a naughty boy.
A naughty little boy who's been doing strange police work.
But this is clearly a departmental matter, so I'm going to leave you to discuss it among yourselves.
Oh.
So our options here are thank you, Lieutenant.
Way to feed me to the wolves.
Or no, Kim, you've got to have my back. Let's destroy them.
I love the third option.
Yeah? Okay.
Yes.
It's good to meet you, Lieutenant Kitsuhagi.
Is that how some people say that?
It sounds like a French accent or something.
She smiles warmly, flashing the lieutenant the tiniest of smiles. What's
is
this
this
about?
Ari, we want to help you. Trant, I believe this is where you come in?
This is the horse-faced woman. I don't know
don't say
why
that.
you named her that, but it was beyond idiotic. You should never address her using those words again.
I agree, suggestion.
I don't quite know what I'm doing here. I was asked to participate as an expert. I think I need to manage your expectations a little. I'm at best an enthusiast in cognitive science.
Oh, he's just some guy then. He's not.
Well, no, they introduced him as a,
What did they say he was?
where is he?
A
special consultant. Oh, so a consultant can mean anything.
Anything.
Yes.
My background is in something else entirely. I engage in neurology on a merely theoretical level. In fact, I should probably get going.
So
This
who's
is
this guy
so-
then?
They've just like grabbed a random guy off the side of the street who's like a hobbyist, who's like read a book, and they're like, "We need your help."
I like to think he's interested in neurology, like he's a professor at university or something, but isn't actually practicing. You know what I mean? Like he's like, who knows?
I see it as like,
Oh, we were on holiday somewhere and someone said to you like, oh, you know stuff about anthropology. I really need you to consult on this thing. You're like, hi, what?
yeah,
yes, I guess.
yeah, or even worse, like I need you to consult on like what's something we've like you read that book once on like how the internet is in all our stuff and stuff.
Surveillance capitalism.
Yeah,
Yes.
like someone being like, we need you to consult on surveillance capitalism now, and you're like,
I read a book.
I read one book
ages ago.
like, yes, I know more than the average person, but that's because the average person knows 0 and I know like 2%.
Yeah.
No, Trant, it's too late. You're part of this shit now.
Oh no.
What have you got to say for yourself, shit kid?
What accusations are you leveling at us?
Yeah.
What's happening?
What does he have to say for himself? He left you to catch the bullets. Shit, kid. What an interesting moniker.
Hang on, let's look at our options. All right.
We've got, what's a shit kid?
How did you know I was here?
You aren't the man with sunglasses at all. You're not even blonde.
You nod to the female officer. I'm sorry, I didn't recognize you before.
So, Trant Hiddleston turns out to be special consultant Trant Hiddleston.
Duped again. No one who they say they are.
You mentioned a task force?
And then where have you been all this time? There was a mercenary tribunal.
That's what I want to say, but I feel like maybe we can possibly walk through all of these?
Yeah, possibly.
Shall we start with this? And if
Okay.
it comes back, then we know we can
Yeah.
do more of them.
Great.
How do you know I was here?
The cafeteria manager you fucked over told us where you went.
We didn't wait, hang on a little
We're
bit. Yeah.
back on good terms.
With Gart.
With Gart.
Yeah.
He's like our fanboy.
Yeah.
He's like, I got to watch a gunshot fight.
That's right. It's number 2. I saved his establishment and still he betrays me.
That's not really
Damn
to
you.
deface the general direction of the Whirling and yell, damn you, cafeteria manager, you've betrayed me for the last time.
Or just, I understand. Okay, Gart told you. Well, look, I reckon 2. I saved his establishment and still he betrays me.
Strange. He didn't mention that. In fact, the establishment didn't look saved at all. There was a giant aerograffito in front of the building, mixed with blood.
Hey,
Oh,
that's
look.
better than the whole place getting shot up.
Yeah. It was this one junior delinquent. Well, do we not like? I wrote that. It
He
was a
can say, yeah,
poetic
I
gesture.
wrote that. It was a poetic gesture. This might make things worse for us, but I kind
Yeah.
of want to say it anyway.
Get into it.
Lie.
I knew it. Didn't I tell you, Trant? I told you it was our shit kid.
Well, he's willing to believe anything of us, so let's do it.
The line is from Lou Giatton's Mirova cycle, isn't it? About girl-child communism. The titular returning character, the ghostly apparition of...
He looks
Good
around
choice,
and
Harry.
noticing the impatience of his companions and stops himself.
He likes it.
Yeah.
He is correct. It was the Seraillese poet Lou Giatton who, in the 50s of the last century, composed her.
Don't encourage him, Trant.
Trance. I feel like we've got Trant in pocket.
Okay.
Okay.
Good.
We'll go through them all if we can.
Yeah.
What's a shit kid?
You. Shit kid? That's you.
I mean, to be fair, if Jean here has been our partner for many years and through the worst of Harry's behaviour,
Oh.
he's got probably well-deserved annoyance with Harry.
Yes, probably. And this is an intervention, right? This is an intervention.
I mean, is it an intervention, or is it just like we're like wanting to bundle you off into a car and get you out of here?
Yeah.
Despite all that you've done, the deserter, the phasmid, the case,
Yeah, fuck him. Despite all that I've done.
No, because of all that you've done.
Yeah, as you were saying, probably the historical stuff, our relationship with him. You aren't with the man with the sunglasses at all. You're not even blonde.
Guilty as charged. I heard you'd lost your mind and your memory. I wanted to see if it was true.
Yeah, but then every time we talked to him, he was just like, "What the fuck?"
Yeah, he's
Like
fucking...
he wouldn't tell us anything.
And it was. Good work, Harry. You're insane now. There's one less person for me and everyone else to rely on.
Look, we have made considerable progress as a person since losing our memory.
And I'm pretty sure, depending on what you needed, you could rely on Harry now.
Yeah,
Possibly more so than before.
absolutely more so.
he was too sarcastic for you to realize who he was.
These are all great. Actually, I suspected something was off.
Or maybe if you hadn't been so sarcastic, I would have realized I knew you.
I don't like being lied to.
Or, okay, I had that coming.
I really like this one. But also, I don't want to give him anything.
No.
Maybe this one?
Yeah.
If you hadn't been so sarcastic, I would have realized.
I'm clinically depressed, Harry. Sorry if I wasn't in the mood to batter you up after you told us to fuck off.
Oh, did we? Okay, well.
Oh. I suspected something was off.
Did you? Or did you literally not recognize my face? We've been partners for how long, Harry? Don't answer that. You don't remember.
He's really upset.
Yeah, but like, also, why are you taking it personally that somebody has amnesia?
Yeah.
Judging by the familiarity you feel toward him, 2 years minimum? Or maybe a short but close stint on the task force.
Maybe they're fucked.
Well, that would be, if he was so upset that it kind of explains it, like,
Maybe, yeah.
Anyway.
So not that long.
He's right. Don't start guessing. Now's not a good time.
Okay. Let's nod to the female officer and say, I'm sorry I didn't recognize you before.
It's okay. I didn't come here to gloat or to fool you. Neither did he, actually. We're just worried.
Ooh, well, it's reasonable for them to be
We
worried.
did get shot.
That's right.
And we have lost our
Worried.
memory.
I'm always worried about you. Every time you don't show up to work, or when you do about stink.
We've had a shower.
Yeah.
We're moving up in the world.
Yes.
You're a worry fest. She's worried about you. I'm worried about you. Even Special Consultant Backpedal is worried about you. Everyone worries instead of working.
Okay.
He's got a very, very solid case there. Actually, I've been trying to find a good moment to tell you.
You're worried too, Rhetoric?
Yes, you often sound like a brutal idiot.
Okay.
Thanks.
But like, sure, be worried, but we have been busy solving this fucking case. It's not like we've been lolling about.
We didn't know he was meant to be here. Sounds like we told them to fuck off, though. And they were here, potentially. So Trent Huddleston turns out to be special consultant Trent Huddleston.
Yes, I'm Trant Heilestam. I never said I wasn't Trant Heilestam.
Wait, what's up with the kid then?
Yeah.
Mikhail? Mikhail's my son.
Oh, yeah? What's up with the interesting history? Spying on me?
No, I was just interested in the Feld building and the Martinez beachhead. And Mikhail wanted to see Martinez. It was a coincidence.
Okay.
Him being there with his son, it was not a coincidence. It's difficult to see, but he was worried about you. And also interested in the Feld building.
So what are you special consulting here?
What indeed? I was asked to share my take on some of the more obscure theories developed in Königstein in the 30s, like partial psychotraumatic amnesia, group personality theory.
Uh-huh.
He's here to see if you're insane. He is smart. Let's move on.
Okay.
We found a smart man.
Great. Duped again. No one's who they say they are.
Duped? Hey, here's a brilliant idea. Don't be a morbid drunk and you won't be duped so easily.
Well, look, the past week, we haven't been drinking. Yeah, for a whole week.
We went through withdrawal and everything.
So, I mean,
Judge us by the last 5 minutes of our life rather than all the parts that led
all
up to it.
up to now, yes,
Yeah.
and all the terrible things we might have done to you
Yeah.
right up until now.
Can I say this? Gardner, scab leader, this, turn to the lieutenant. Tell me at least you are who you said you were.
Yes,
Yes, I'm still Kim Kisolagi, still a lieutenant from Precinct
we
57.
can always
We
rely on
love
Kim.
you, Kim.
Yeah.
Still caught up in this crossfire, too.
You mentioned a task force.
Yeah, Major Crimes Unit, under Lieutenant Dubois and Vicomar. Ring any bells?
Refresh my memory. Who else is in this?
Refresh your memory? It's a goddamn Major Crimes Unit. There's you, me, Jude, Trant fucking Heidelstam, and Guillaume Baby.
Okay,
Where
so
is Guillaume?
Trant was already in it? Maybe then he didn't just get
That's what
pulled
he's-
into it.
That's what he's doing here in the first place, I assume.
Maybe. But what major crimes are they looking into?
I'm technically just a civilian advisor.
Okie dokes.
Oh, fuck you. You're part of this shit show.
He said that too, twice now, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, first, who's Guillaume Bevy?
Oh, that's an interesting story, actually. Guillaume Bevy is a police reporter who joined our team. He was really good. Then he left because he lost faith in your ability to lead the unit.
It's
Yeah,
a police reporter.
don't know, but that's...
Is that a reporter who reports on police events? Or is that a policeman who is reporting on things?
Yes, like creating reports for
Yeah.
the police. Yeah, don't...
Yeah.
Other people have left too. Good, smart people. People we won't get back. Only me and this really patient patrol officer are still here. And Tron because I'm forcing him to stay.
Okay, so what does the unit do?
Do? It's a major crimes unit. We clear the desk of cases so Precinct 41 doesn't look like the worst station in town. We are shit tier now, Harry. Because of you.
What? I mean, we know nothing about what's happened before the amnesia, so yes, possibly.
They're your posse, or what remains of it. Hand-picked, hand-lost.
Okay.
The 41st isn't...
He trails off, not wishing to finish the sentence, because the 41st is... He suggested the 41st is the worst station in town. Where have you been all this time? There was a mercenary tribunal.
God damn it, Harry.
He shifts his weight, crosses his arms, and looks you in the eye.
You told us to fuck off. You said we're cramping your style. Your detective god. Fuck everything. All we burn. Detect or die.
Wow.
Yeah, I mean, that's pretty rude. I wouldn't want to stick around either if someone told me like that. That's fair. That's fair.
These are all amazing responses, though.
Okay, let's have a look at them.
So we've got to wait, so we'll probably do this first. Wait, so you let me face a squad of trained killers alone just to teach me a lesson?
And then all will burn, Satellite Officer Vigmer? What's it? Make no mistake about it.
Why didn't you detect or die then?
Why would you leave a literal police god?
I said all those things. I'm not like that anymore.
But let's do the wait first.
It wasn't like that.
Fuck you, Harry. We didn't know there was gonna be a tribunal, did we?
Well, why? You were standing around like everyone in fucking town knew about it. Shall I
Why
say
didn't you
this
detect
one?
or die then? Yeah.
Oh, you think it was cool you saying that? Aesthetic somehow?
I mean, a little
You were
bit.
crying
Yeah.
when we got here. Breaking things. You said we were going into the abyss.
Well, Harry
they got
was.
here right in the middle of that. Yeah.
Harry definitely was.
Yeah, it was
None of us wanted to see the abyss. So we fucked off. Like you told us to.
Yeah, it's kind of hard to blame people for leaving when you ask them to leave.
Yeah, and when you're like a massive mess of a person. Like, if you're cruel to the people around you, you can't really expect the people around you to stick around.
And it
so-
sounds like these people have stuck around through a lot.
Yeah. None of this is ringing any bells.
The bells aren't ringing because you have brain damage. Trant, this is where you come in. How bad is it?
I mean, don't you need like a actual
Assessment?
assessment by a medical professional in this situation?
Well, he doesn't have visible tremors, he talks without slurring, he can drive a boat, he's standing, reasoning. All good signs, but complete retrograde amnesia, episodic and semantic.
Meaning, you forgot both who you are and the definitions of money, Isola, pal, and so on.
I mean, not all words, but some.
But a lot of things, yes.
As displayed in the station call, our interactions with him, and I don't want to be a snitch, but also mine with him before when Harry did not seem to know who I was. It's all very interesting.
Right.
Interesting?
Yes, interesting. I have my theories, but I would like to hear Harry's thoughts first. Harry, what do you think happened to you? Neurologically, psychologically, and why not socioeconomically?
Class war.
Sorry, I'm laughing at the wait, which we should absolutely do.
Yeah.
Just wait, socioeconomically, you think I'm so poor I lost my memory?
I'm clicking that.
Not when you phrase it like that. But I don't think critical theory. I know everyone thinks this is far-fetched pink academia, but still, I don't think it should be off the table here.
I mean, I don't think that's far-fetched academia. Like, the socioeconomic factors affect all your decisions in life. So they had an impact on why he got amnesia.
What? He lost his memory because of capitalism?
Yes.
No, not like that. I'm not talking Vredefort's cool here. But Harry, I asked you, what do you think happened?
Okay.
All right, what our options here are, I drank so much I lost my memory, and now I'm slowly recovering it.
I made it all up. It was a fantasy, a stupid joke. I know what I am.
It might have something to do with an anomaly in the church, a 2mm hole in the world.
They're going to think we're absolutely off our chain. Okay. I'm a highly experimental detective. This was a method I used to solve the case.
Something so sad happened to me that I couldn't be me anymore. It was a defense mechanism.
Oh, I think that's probably the truth. Capitalism. Capitalism fucked me beyond all recognition. Trant is right.
I like number 1, number 3, and number 5.
I like number 5. The reason why I don't like I don't mind number 1, but I don't actually think we're really recovering a lot of memory. Doesn't really feel like it. We're learning about the world. And we're having dreams about our wife. But we don't seem to be recovering any really other memory.
Yeah, I suppose we've had a few little flickers of things through our mind voices. But we also have flickers about things that we can't possibly know, so I guess
true.
that's not really so much regaining memory as
Connecting with the world
psychic
mysteriously.
insight. Yeah.
I don't mind 3, but I think they're going to think... I don't think they're going to believe us about the 2mm hole in the world.
I mean, we do have evidence about that.
Kind of, yeah.
And we almost got disappeared by the...
That's true. I
Thought
like number
police.
5.
Okay. Something so sad happened to me that I couldn't be me anymore.
Psychotraumatic amnesia? Trant? I can go for that. Shit kid is a broken man. Always has been. Who isn't? I know I am. But you know what? I keep my shit together. Also, I know a person can't wipe their own mind, however traumatic it gets. That doesn't happen. You're lying, or insane, or both.
We can't let them prove that we're insane, otherwise it's
No.
going to mess up the case, right?
Yeah.
But Detective Vigmer, he has blanked out before.
I have?
Yes, a couple of times. After some of the more serious benders. One was after the 2 drunks case, the other when we looked into that mural.
What? Okay. Tell us more.
So you don't remember not remembering. Beautiful.
Great.
The 2 cases in your ledger, the unsolvable case and the next world mural, those were recent.
Ah, interesting.
Those cases were hard on you.
We also, you and I had a theory that, his behavior had been spiraling, he'd
For
been
some
getting
time.
worse, right?
And it sounds like that's true.
Interesting. So at first he dipped his toes into it, prepared. That's where he would have
That's an
gotten the
assumption.
idea. Yes. Practice.
Practicing amnesia.
And then he used alcohol to get there, so to speak.
That's a wild assumption, Trent.
Yeah.
What's your evidence?
No, he's just a smart guy. We should listen to him.
He's just some guy and he's smart.
Momo's just fixing some bits and pieces. Hang on.
It's getting really cold.
It's getting cold. Friends, it's been fucking freezing, except also somehow really nice during the day. But also fucking freezing. It's-
Yeah. Nice warm days and then freezing nights. Yeah, I think that is a possible outcome, but it's also just as possible that he was experiencing degradation.
Yeah,
of some
I fully
kind.
agree. I think he's been declining for some time and it eventually just broke over.
What do you mean?
Well, here is my theory. What if this is an absolutely normal reaction to the world we're living in? What if this is not a significant anomaly at all? Something to be explained, approached as a defect? Look at the sensory input here.
He's really enjoying this
This
wander
moment.
into theoretical concept.
Look at the ruins, the neon. Listen to the radio, the multitudes, the people. Live here for 40 years. As a police detective, he's like a magnetic reader on the world tape, to borrow a known metaphor. Harry's been pushed flat against it. Total input.
I feel like I understand now why Harry chose Trant to be part of this task force.
Hardwired to the free market. He just needed for its end.
Okay, Trent, thank you. That's absolutely meaningless. I'm glad we brought you. Will he or will he not be able to work in the major crimes unit? Is he a cretin now? I want to know that.
It's not up to 3 random people to make that decision.
He's not a cretin, and he is able to do work. If not in his previous leadership role, then as a line detective.
Leadership now.
Oh,
Ooh.
these are great options. So I'm ready to lead again.
Line detective is good for now.
He's wrong. I'm too far gone for work.
Fuck all of you. I don't want to be in your unit.
Well, and then the last one at the end will be what now? So, what do you want to do?
I'm really torn on this one. I don't want to say I'm too far gone for work.
No.
I don't want to say fuck all of you.
I love that though.
Do you?
I don't want us. Do I want us to say it?
No, save it for your unhinged playthrough.
Okay. Thank you.
But I don't know. I'm conflicted about whether.
Is he ready to lead?
Yeah. Like, I think he's a good leader in the sense that he has all these great instincts. But he really has lost a lot. And there's lots of stuff he doesn't know about just because it's gone.
And he's also really badly affected his relationships with his colleagues.
Yeah.
So that trust is probably completely obliterated, right?
Should we say line detective is good for now?
Sure.
For now, I misphrased my question. It should have been, is he able to put his clothes on and use the party? Or do we need to get him on a disability pension?
You don't get to decide that. Also, clearly I have many clothes. I dressed for this occasion.
Especially for you.
Now nothing. Now we're just going to stand here.
Stand there.
Okay.
Yeah. Just stand there. It's cool.
Really?
No. Now we discuss that. What the fuck did you do to a motor carriage?
Oh, for
Why
fuck's
is it
sake.
there, Harry?
We have to get out of this.
I don't wanna
we've-
have this conversation right now.
We were told we have to get back to the suspect quickly, right?
Lie. Just bide your time. Ask something, then lie.
Sorry, number 5 is I thought the killer would be underwater. He wasn't.
The time had come, tequila sunset.
Yeah.
Um,
We've got hold on, which is like a weight, right? In the ocean. Feign ignorance. I think maybe that's a good start.
okay.
Yes, in the ocean, under the sea. Our work vehicle, with fishing clams and other sea shit.
Should we lie and say it was stolen by traffic hooligans?
Fuck yeah, let's lie.
Oh, well, if it wasn't you, then it's okay. You only let someone steal a 45,000 real police vehicle, drive it into the sea, and then just left it there.
We didn't
How do we get
just
it
leave
out?
it
I don't
there.
know.
We investigated and took the fuel.
Then
Also,
left it
we
there.
have $100. We can pay back a very small percentage of that.
For the record, you pressured us into getting it. It'll be cool, Jean. We'll have wheels, rapid response. I was fine being an equestrian cop. I hope you're fine driving a bicycle.
Well, I've been on legs this whole time, so a bike would be great.
Yeah. Apparently, we were equestrian cops. Apparently, Harry knows how to ride a horse. I don't think I'd recommend it with a gunshot wound to the hip, though.
Don't answer that. Your badge, Harry. Show me your badge.
Wait, my badge?
The thing that tells people you're a police
So
officer.
if we hadn't got it back by now, this could have been super awkward.
Ooh. Oh my gosh. What I do have is this futuristic armor and click the heels of your boots.
Kind of really want to click that.
yeah.
We're not armor cops. We're cops. People don't know us by our armor. They know us by our badges. You called in and said you lost yours. Have you found it?
Yeah, I fucking have,
In a
bitch.
rush to demonstrate your badge, your eager fingers can't sustain a grip on the smooth plastic. And the badge slips out of your hand.
Well, we don't have a choice. Let's give it a go.
You never know, could get double sixes. Nope.
Well, we're just not cool, but that's fine.
We never
You
were
juggle the
cool.
badge for a second, unsuccessfully, and it lands on the ground, some 2 meters away.
Well, shit happens.
Ouch! You strained your elbow trying to catch that stupid thing. Damn it.
He found it. He found it, Jean. It's his badge.
The patrol officer picks it up and gives it back to you, slippery and cold.
Thanks. Judy? Judy?
And your gun?
Clearly we
As
have
if
that
having
back.
your badge and gun are natural states, not achievements.
We even told the station we had it back.
What is it with all these material objects?
I reckon it's like, yeah, like if you hadn't got the stuff back, then like
It counts against you.
it counts against us, yeah.
Here we go again. Lost gun, trying to terrorize you.
Shall I say this?
Yes, gun, badge, car, these are all things. Things don't matter, people do.
You're drunk, aren't you? You lost your gun and you're drunk. You're a drunk, gunless bomb.
Fuck
I
it, show
can
'em the gun.
smell it.
I have it. I didn't lose it.
We're not talking about the fucking gun anymore. We're talking about the vaporized cloud of ethanol coming from your mouth.
Excuse
There
me.
is none. Dickhead.
This is so unfair. He knows you have the gun, and still he's punishing you.
Doesn't even matter that I found my gun.
I really want to say this
Go for it.
because there's been so little like payback so far
Right, so far,
for us doing that.
so far it really would have paid off to be
to be
using drugs and alcohol. Yes,
yeah. Quit drinking forever. It's only me in this boring hellhole now. Well, me and 17 voices. But
I don't buy it. Why do you smell like a corpse then? Huh?
Because I
There's
was
a
shot.
number of reasons, yes.
He's wounded. It's been a long week, and he's handled an actual corpse.
Yeah, I've handled an actual corpse.
well, can I say this? Because we washed as well.
That's true.
I don't know what you're smelling. I washed death off me.
The man doesn't reply, but his expression speaks for him.
It's been a bit of a week. I'm sorry I smell bad.
A bit of a week? You're drunk, and you let a suspect escape. A certain Clasier.
Oh, but we've
because
got the
you
killer,
were
don't
too
worry.
drunk to assess a flight risk.
We've read the report, Sari. Lieutenant Kitsuhagi's. We know.
How? They're in his hands.
Maybe he's been filing them. You'd have to radio them in, I guess? I don't know. So our options are Klaja. She was some kind of spy from the Occident, especially trained.
Not taking her in was the right thing to do. She gave us a vital clue that led us to the island.
Okay, I got duped there. She pulled one on me.
Yes, I let her go as an act of mercy.
That's just a small detail in a huge case you know nothing about. I quite like that one.
That doesn't matter. None of it does. We're looking at the oxygen holocaust. So, times a quadrillion. I've come to know the final fate of a man and the universe.
Wow.
We're not saying that.
Wow.
I love it, but we're not
yeah.
saying that.
What do you like?
I kind of feel like 2 or 5.
Yep, I'm happy with either of those.
Because we made a choice. We were not sure whether we wanted to arrest her or not. But we made a choice because we were like, we do not think she is the killer.
No, that's right.
We would have arrested her if we were sure she was.
In retrospect, we kind of thought we should have. For a while there, we did after we met with.
There were things, like we know from the comments that there were things we could have got from her if we had at least threatened to arrest her.
Right.
But I'm happy with how things turned out.
Well, now, yeah, but there was a period there where we thought, oh,
Like, under what circumstances could we have arrested her? Like, we didn't think she was the killer, so it's like,
what are we taking her in for?
yeah. I mean, I realize you could have spun the case to make it seem like she was the killer, but like,
I'm making a face. I don't know.
yeah. So what do we say? Number 5. It's a small detail in a huge case you know nothing about.
Sure. If it's part of your master plan, let's not even get into the other suspect who also escaped. Another
Who's that?
detail.
Who's the
I
other
don't know.
suspect?
Or the fact that you're Everclear's little peony now.
Oh, yeah, don't worry
doing
about
I
that.
don't know what for him. That's small time stuff. That's nothing. That's a humorous anecdote.
Oh, they'll be talking about Ruby.
Oh, yeah, no, yes. Yeah, well, look, don't worry about it.
Yeah.
Compared to the 8 people who were gunned down, the streets are literally red with blood, Harry. It was fucking mass murder.
Yeah, and that wasn't our fault.
Yeah, and you weren't there.
You didn't help.
He did everything he could. We did everything we could. The company hired and vetted mercenaries. Lieutenant Dubois got between them and the locals.
Yes.
Yeah. Thanks,
Here
Kim.
comes the cavalry.
Yay.
Yeah.
He did so at considerable risk to his own life. He was shot and survived only because of his armor. We stopped an execution, not a negotiation. The loss of life was minimal compared to what it could have been.
Yeah.
Okay, some good options. Yes, what he said.
Or I also solved the case. It's solved. All of it.
Yeah, it was a massacre. We got wiped. Where the hell were you?
Yeah. The firefight is a trivial matter compared to the greatest discovery of the century.
I'm just sorry.
We're not a sorry cop anymore.
No, we're through being sorry.
I like all of these ones.
Yes. I quite like the anger of number 3. But I also think, like, we've solved the case. Like, they're not even listening to us about the case.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let's click that.
All right.
Detective, it's better if I do that.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay, you said.
It's so much better if he does this.
Okay.
A million times
Okay.
better.
Okay, dokes.
Okay.
Yes, yeah.
We trust you, Kim.
Thank you for the input, Lieutenant Kitsuragi. I didn't mean to suggest you didn't handle the situation.
Yes, you did.
Yeah, he rushes us straight
Oh,
straight of here.
okay, so he's like being careful that he's not like sassing Kim at
Yeah.
the same time as sassing us.
Because Kim's been sent in basically to do this with us, right?
yeah, it was because it was in a weird area. It was like a joint
Effort.
from 2 different
Yeah.
what do they call them? Stations.
He thinks of apologizing, but decides against it.
You've spent the week with him on this case. What is your take
Yeah, what
That's
is your
right.
take, Kim?
On the case?
on Lieutenant Geoffretor Dubois?
Well, the drinking, the gun losing, also losing the badge. That's all true. Although he has not been drinking on the job this week.
I'm doing a little dance.
See?
1 week.
Yeah, I
1
mean,
week's better than no weeks.
first of many, hopefully.
It's funny though, like the way this situation is set up. Like, that's my
Baking alarm.
my baking is proofed. It's okay. It can sit for a bit longer. He's very angry. And because we have no memory of our previous engagements with this guy,
It feels very.
yeah, it feels like fuck off.
Yes.
But like, I imagine if we had seen his perspective and not Harry's perspective, we'd be like, oh, that guy Harry is such a fucking shithead.
Yes. Yeah, 100%.
He's a total liability.
Yeah. But for no memory Harry, it feels very undeserved.
Yeah, it's like
When it's
like
very
a,
deserved, probably.
what do they call it when there's like a sort of like judge, jury, and executioner, like it's a, I think there's a term for it, but I can't remember it, when it's like a kind of like the mercenary tribunal, like a tribunal of your peers, and they're all like, it's all weighted against you. I can't remember the term.
Then there's the self-flagellation issue. He likes to apologize, profusely, making it sound like he's guilty of at least first-degree murder. It's not a good communication strategy for an
This is
officer.
a sorry cop
It's-
business.
Yeah.
It's worrying, especially considering his political views.
What are those?
Detective Dubois is, as you may know, a Mazovian socio-economist. He wants to liquidate the ruling class, which, again, for a police officer, is a little odd.
It's interesting because, can I bring this up? What are we at the moment? Oh no! How did we get so far into Sorry Cop?
We've been in Sorry Cop. We've been high in Sorry Cop for ages.
I feel like it's gone up.
Probably.
And we deliberately stopped taking Sorry Cop options, but...
Well, I mean, obviously, we're still very sorry.
Okay, so we're most sorry, and we're most communist out of
Yeah.
everything. Even though we kind of tripped our way into the moralist thing, we've ended up taking more communist options.
That's interesting.
Um,
Good cop, bad cop, 31. Yeah, look.
it'll be interesting what he says next.
You should yell something.
That's not a good idea.
We could say, yelling, I am a policemen of the state to come!
Beautiful.
That's not a good idea.
Maybe
Yes,
an hour.
let's let the big boys talk.
Let's not screw Kim over right now while
Yeah.
he's...
Maybe
Other still, he is also an ultra-liberal hustler
Okay, yeah,
who is
yeah.
always on the grind. How he reconciles these 2 points of view, I do not know. But he is vocal about both of
Yes.
them.
We believe in everything and nothing.
Yes.
And then there's the motor carriage in the sea, something I was not present for. But despite all this, he is a great detective. One of the best I have seen, in fact.
That's our boy!
Yes.
He can talk human beings into telling him everything. And he doesn't stop. In all the time I've spent with him, he has not once stopped pursuing leads, however far-fetched and tangential. He is tireless, madly driven.
Thanks, Kim.
Well, except that one time when he stopped to sing karaoke, which, by the way, I have to disagree with you, Mr. Vicmar, was a valiant effort. He really sang his heart out.
Yes.
Thanks! I mean, it also went really poorly, but
And then we
we have
really
edited
learned.
that out of your communal memory.
Okay, he did something.
Other than that one time, he has tirelessly worked on the case, and he solved it. We have a confession, a murder weapon, and the perpetrator, locked on the island right now, awaiting transportation.
Okay.
He apprehended a straggler who stayed hidden for 50 years, ever since the revolution, who's probably committed other murders over those years. Oh, and he also
We still
discovered
have
a new
the photo.
Oh, yes.
It didn't get destroyed on the way here.
A new species.
Yes.
A colossal stick insect. It was on the island, camouflaged as the reeds. It unfolded from the reeds. I think we may be dealing with the Insulindian phasmid.
He takes out the photo and shows it to the officers across the yard. Thick white snow falls all around you. Flakes stick to the glossy
No, don't let
photo
it get wet.
of the phasmid.
Yeah.
You hear gasps beneath the howling of the wind.
As you can see, it's about 3 meters tall. In fact, we think it may be the largest land invertebrate ever discovered.
What's that first word?
I think it might be a Frenchification of the word Hosanna.
Okay, and then boom shakalaka motherfucker.
Or, so, you can see, I'm a pretty okay detective and an absolutely giant communist.
Or we can say nothing. I love 3. What do you reckon?
I love boom shakalaka, motherfucker.
I'm happy to go with that.
Fucking hell is that? Is this somehow connected to the case?
Kind of.
Yeah.
Detective?
Yes, I believe the pheromone it emits may be responsible for the killer's mental degradation.
This top one up here
Boom, boom, boom.
makes me laugh because for years, so when I was a teenager growing up, this was like pre-cell phones, right?
You didn't have one though.
Well, this is slightly before later teenage, like this is earlier than that. You know, back then when you go to the toilet, you're really bored.
Oh.
And something that some people do is read books. And some people used to keep magazines in the bathroom.
We had a stack of truck magazines in the
Oh,
bathroom.
really? Mm-hmm. One of the things we did as kids was we like stuck things all over the walls, including jokes. And one of the jokes that we had was from a Christmas cracker, and the joke was literally this. You ready?
Uh-huh.
2 elephants fall off a cliff. Boom, boom.
No.
That's it. That's the
the whole
joke.
joke?
Yeah.
That they make a loud sound?
Boom, boom.
Beautiful.
I think it's supposed to be like, you know, like when people do that, like
Oh, dun-dun-dun.
dun-dun-dun.
Yeah.
But it isn't and doesn't make sense. And so anyway, I'm just like, it's just boom, boom. It's come back.
It's just, hey, it's the sound of 2 elephants falling to their deaths.
Yeah.
Ha ha. You're like, what the fuck?
Yeah, but I'm going to say this bottom one. Despite all that. Boom, boom. I believe the pheromone is responsible.
The old man was not aware of the phasmid's presence. Exhibiting a strange, atypical dementia, he fell into a stupor after its appearance. He became near catatonic.
So it is connected.
Everything's connected.
Maybe. Sean just says ...
I must say, this is absolutely extraordinary. I don't even have words for it.
Yes, it really does make it hard to fire the drunk.
It does, doesn't it? His tired eyes follow the photo as the lieutenant puts it away.
Stop trying to fire us. You're not our fucking boss.
This is a very, very sad man who has just seen something that's made him forget his sadness.
Are we
The
saying
world
that
is
about
an interesting
Jean?
place. Yeah.
Now you make
Whoa.
your case. Now is the time. Now or never.
Wow.
I also started a nightclub. I'm not sure that is the best way to begin.
Okay.
Just read through them.
Yes. I also started a nightclub in the church.
Also, the phasmid was female. The reeds are its nest.
The killer, Lilinovich Toros, we have a strong motive for him.
The previous head of the Debardeurs Union was assassinated by our killer.
And I also fixed the strike situation.
There was also a dead man on the boardwalk, a missing person I found.
I also looked into the mystery of the doomed commercial area.
I confiscated drugs from Kuno's dad.
So what do you say? Want to take this hot shit back?
I suspect we're probably going to be allowed to say all of these.
I think... Oh, shit. Shall we start from the top?
Yeah. And, part of me is saying this is a bad thing to say, but also I think we might be able to turn the conversation towards the fact that we...
Found the silence.
Well, I was thinking of the fact we convinced them not to make it cover for a drug-creating enterprise.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
So, I started a nightclub.
What was that? It sounded like you set up a nightclub in the church.
Yeah.
Whoa.
We turned the lights around, which is what you wanted to say.
Yeah.
Ooh, the bottom one. Yeah, and I
Yeah.
discovered a hitherto unexplored intraplanetal phenomenon in there too, a 2mm hole in the world.
I want to say both of these. Will it let me?
I
Doubt it.
Yeah.
What do you want to do?
I like the bottom one.
You want the bottom one? Okay.
That's great. Entrepreneur is a great new career for you. After police officer. I don't care. Go live in the bay.
Sounds like we'd spent a bit too much time in the
Four
Vale.
kids were living in a tent on the ice. They were going to drown when it melted. It's not optimal, but the building was abandoned, so he put them in there. It's okay.
Thanks, Kim.
It's not that okay. Get off this subject now.
Okay. If you hadn't said that, I would have gone back in and been like, I got them off drugs.
Okay.
I mean, we didn't necessarily get them off drugs, but we stopped them from manufacturing drugs. The phasmid was female. The reeds are its nest.
Female? What makes you think so?
They told us.
You had to see it. It had the subdued colors of a female. And the nesting behavior too, I think.
Incredible. Were there eggs in the nest?
Not as far as I could see. There were other things there, though.
Why do we think it reproduces by parthenogenesis?
Because it told us
Oh, yeah.
that it made little clones of
Oh, it
itself.
did. Yes, I remember now.
It had gathered items into its nest, a helmet and a scope.
Actually, this would indicate it was a male. This is far from anything in my field, but I think such nests are called bowers. They are for attracting mates.
I
mean,
want to
it-
side with Kim. I don't think it
still
matters.
think it was
I don't think
female?
it matters. I don't
Of
think
course, as I said, I'm only guessing. I didn't see it. It must be robust if it can move a whole helmet with its limbs.
I think it reproduces by parthenogenesis.
As in cloning itself? What makes you think so?
I don't know if we should risk it.
No, I don't think so either.
Observation.
Okay.
Well, then it wouldn't matter if it's a
Yes,
male or
that's
female.
perfect.
The bower
Agreed.
would just be rudimentary behavior from before the parthenogenetic mutation.
Unless it's also always been parthenogenic.
That makes sense. Yes.
Very interesting. Such organisms are extremely vulnerable to disease.
That is true.
A single strain of bacteria could wipe out the whole species. We're probably looking at conservation efforts here.
No kidding.
In his mind, he's already planning a nature reserve and knows a good guy for that.
Great. It had mandibles that looked like hair and it was completely white on the inside.
Yes, but also reed-colored, beige and brown, a little green on the outside. After unfolding from a single stalk, it still retained parts that looked like reed tufts
Yes.
on its limbs.
Yeah, and
Yes.
from the back of its head, eh?
Incredible. The PR value of this is exceptional. Carp discovers new species. Maybe even discovers the Insulindian phasmid. No, that's too much.
This would really help with some of the problems we've been having.
Oh, maybe their task force is under the hammer.
Absolutely, this is great. This does not say vigilante murderers to me at all. This says science, news, human interest. You know, it's a really good thing you have that photo.
Yeah, it is.
Without it,
No one would
You're
believe
doing
you.
good here. Perhaps only for a moment, but still. Quit while you're ahead?
No, we're going through everything.
No.
The killer, Lilianovich Dross, we have a strong motive.
Lilianovich. A revolutionary matronym.
A revolutionary metronome?
The custom started in Grad, where they have patronyms. Krasovich, Lasovich, etc. The revolutionaries saw this as a chauvinist atavism, so they used matronyms, derived from the mother's name instead.
Oh, interesting.
This man's mother was Lilian. His Lilian's son, Lilianovich. The custom was overturned after the revolution failed, but not before it made it to Revachol.
Interesting.
So, it is what a soldier of the ICM would be called.
Okay.
thank you, Trant. Thank you for that piece of cultural theory. You said you have a motive?
Of course, excuse me, I just thought it was noteworthy.
They're all kind of true.
They're all true in different ways. Yeah.
So we have he killed the mercenary in an act of jealousy,
He killed mercenary hoping to start a war between the company and the union.
and he killed him in an act of rage induced by the phasmids, semiochemicals.
And actually, I'm not sure if I have a motive. I had another thing.
I think they're all kind of true, right? Which one do you want to say?
I'm inclined to click number 1.
It's the first thing he said.
Yeah. What do you feel?
I was thinking 1 or 2. I think number 3 contributed to that, but I think the other 2 are the motives.
This is kind of more interesting in a way. I'm going to click it.
Okay.
I'm clicking number 2. He killed the mercenary hoping to start a war.
And it worked? He got a war going?
Well,
Yes,
Kind of.
until we stopped it. He saw the mercenary as an ennemi combattant. There's plenty for prosecution to pick from, as far as motive is concerned.
How are we doing for time and feeding all the people in the house?
we're going to want to feed these people soon.
I just don't know how long we're going to be trapped in this conversation.
Maybe let's just go for maybe like another 5 minutes or so.
Okay, so guys, we might cut this conversation and conclude it in the next episode because we have baking to put in the oven
Baking
and
to do dinner to make,
oven to make,
oven to use.
dinner to make.
Also, we have ballistics from the gun, matching the bullet found in the dead mercenary's head.
We do.
And 2 officers on the scene that Mr. Dross
Yeah.
confessed to.
Yes.
It's a clean win.
Yeah.
Oh, it's way more than that.
I'm aware. Look at the black is a little bit around us at the moment, and I wonder if it's because our house is a wee bit low. I'm keeping my eye on it. I suppose we've got 8
We've
charges.
got 8. Do you want to use one?
Yeah.
Nice. Like how much longer do we have anyway?
Yeah.
So
Way more.
Ooh, it's more than that. It's a perfect folding mechanism like the phasmid.
Or it's way more than that. It will win me Dora back.
Oh no. It's my masterpiece. They'll teach this in cop school. I like that.
I did all I could. Every second was a struggle.
And I'm still not completely satisfied with it. It could be just a little neater.
I feel that way, but we don't necessarily have to click it.
I like it's a masterpiece. It's been a fucking mess us running around this whole time. But
Okay,
it's
yeah.
all come together. It's
They'll
beautiful.
teach it in cop school.
Masterpiece. Get over yourself, Harry. I can still smell the booze on the wind.
Calm down.
God damn it. Doesn't it ever leave? It is there. Like in your bones or something.
I've been marinating for 30 years or whatever.
It will pass. in time.
Thanks. All right, let's ask one more, and then we'll probably pause in our world, and you guys have to wait a week in yours. Sorry.
Well, we'll be sorry cops here, and
The previous head of the Debardiers Union was assassinated by our killer. Well, we kind of know that, but we kind of don't. Like, Kim put that together, but he didn't confess to it.
no, but let's say it.
This is a conversation for when we are no longer out in the open. In Martinez, where Evrard and Edgar Clare have ears everywhere.
Yeah, that's true. Lieutenant Lewis's voice just a little.
And eyes, too. Your return from the island must not have gone unnoticed.
Okay, yes.
True.
Understood, of course.
But a case against Everard would be big.
I would prefer not to partake in anything union-related for political neutrality.
Yeah, I don't know. Let's just conclude the episode with this question. If you had the ability to run a case against Everard and take him out, would you do it?
So why wouldn't you? Would be my...
Because he's arguably doing many good things in this community.
Are you worried that the whole union would fold without him?
Yeah.
I don't necessarily think the whole union. If the union, like, if other people were there to take the place, like, presumably there are people who want to move up the ranks and take over, right? We just don't know anything about how the union is structured.
That's an assumption you could make. Yeah.
But we know nothing about how the union is structured.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I guess my concern would be that, like, we know the union is running drugs. Drugs. My concern would be that part of how Everard keeps the union going is because he's a slimy backstabbing son of a bitch. And I'm not sure that many people have the skills that he has. Apart from his twin brother, mysterious twin brother.
Yeah, whatever his name is.
So I don't know. What do you guys think? Do you think that?
Yes, let's
do you
crowdsource
think
this
that Everard and Edgar should be taken down, or do you think that they are an important part of this community
ecosystem?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's not always easy to pull a thing out without the whole house of cards falling down, right?
Yeah, and
I genuinely don't know. For myself, I'm like,
I don't think we have enough information.
yeah.
But yeah, let's crowdsource it. What does everyone think?
What do you guys think?
Yeah.
All right, we can't get out of this conversation right now, obviously, so we are going to stop the episode here, but we will leave it running and come back to it after dinner.
Yeah. Sounds
Okay with
great.
you? Yeah. I am going to put some cinnamon rolls into the oven, and I'm extremely excited about it. I made bread!
They're they're
gluten-free.
bread. Yeah.
And they haven't fallen apart, which is very exciting. Okay.
All right, friends.
So much happened, and still much more to come.
Yeah. If it is warm where you are, most of you are in the northern hemisphere. I say this, but like, take the opportunity, get that sun on your skin.
Yeah,
Enjoy
go outside and
that
wiggle.
cozy weather, because it is fucking freezing here. So like, for us,
Yeah,
Go
do it
enjoy
on our
that.
behalf.
and we'll
And also thank you for your bug stories, but I delegated them to Izza to read because I
I-
didn't want to.
and I was so thrilled. If you have bug stories, this is the second call to action. I love a good bug story, so you can give me a bug story. I'll be thrilled. We'll catch you next time.
See you then!
Bye.
Hey team, this is Momo from the future. The second half ended up being kind of needed to go together with this, and it wasn't super long, so we decided to stitch them together. So enjoy this last moment of the finale of Disco Elysium. Welcome back, everyone.
Hey,
This is exactly where we left you.
we have
So much
Had
time has
dinner.
passed. Here's some cinnamon scrolls that I made while we were away.
super delicious.
Fuck, they were good.
The cream cheese icing, super good as well.
It was lactose-free cream cheese as well.
Ah,
So it shouldn't
good for
upset our tummies. There was also cream in it, which was not lactose-free. But
keep the bucket low.
yeah. Well, anything is something. Yes.
Yes.
That language
Correct.
is good. I has brain. Shall we move on with clicking these buttons?
Yes. And I also fixed the strike situation.
How? It seems to be ongoing. I see red banners on the gates.
Oh, I wouldn't
Yeah,
worry
good
about
question.
that.
Did we fix the strike situation?
I don't
Not really.
I wouldn't have framed it that way, but I support Harry's crusade.
I mean, I guess the mercenaries are gone. Oh, what we did do is we convinced Joyce to leave, and we sent her off to talk to the bosses and be like, I think we should just let go of that area.
So yes, eventually the striking will cease.
Yeah.
Yes.
He didn't quite solve it. He cross-pollinated information between the company rep and Everard, until the rep came to see that the Union desires war, at which point Mrs. Messier decided to...
He shrugs.
What? Hand clear the terminal.
I did it for the World Revolution.
So it was an accident. I did it for the World Revolution. What else have we got here? I
Just told people some things. No big deal. Things are calmer now.
I masterminded a solution to an unsolvable problem.
I mean, that's a little bit true. I like this one though.
Yeah, I was about to say I think I prefer that over the mastermind because I don't think there was masterminding.
It was just
Going on.
Harry kind of falling forwards into a solution.
Yes, and we along with him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Things are calmer
Sounds
now.
like you got played, Harry. Because you were off your tits on Al Ghul.
How do you know about Al Ghul?
It doesn't matter how we know about Al Ghul. What matters is, you're Everard Clare's peony now.
No, we're not.
Just as I said. He's a mob boss, did you know?
Well, we're not just a peon of one mob boss.
Wow. Yeah, we're getting like
Everybody's bad.
yeah, we're getting into everyone's business. What I was going to say.
Is that why you want us to investigate the assassination of the previous Union head thing? To get off Everard's hook?
Oh no, it's not that well thought out. Thank you. Though.
Yeah.
No, it's nothing like that. He was reckless with information, but ethical. We don't owe anyone anything. This allowed us to stabilize things in Martinez.
Yeah. Because for all that it helped Everard, like we were just being upfront with the information. We were just passing the information we were given backwards and forwards.
And we said we were doing that as
And
well.
we were being super open about it, yeah.
So the fact that they wanted to manipulate each other.
That's on them.
Yes.
Yeah.
God, calm down, Jean.
Yeah. Thanks. Didi, you're the only sensible person here. You and Kim should be friends.
Silence. Good. The man doesn't know what to say.
We're making progress. There was also a dead man on the boardwork, a missing person that Harry found.
That's true.
Yes. Fallen through a gap in a boardwalk. Drunk.
How do you know I found him?
The body was transported to Precinct 41, our morgue. I had Tilbrook and Mullins take care of funeral arrangements and family stuff.
Thanks, Judy.
You're not the only cop in the world, Harry. This all comes back to us.
Okay, calm down.
Still, good work with the missing person, detective.
Oh, this is both infuriating because they're so mad at us and we probably deserve it, but we don't know that.
They're good cop,
And
bad copping us, I think.
They are a little bit. But we're also getting some, I don't know if closure is the right word, but some, recognition for some of the harebrained shit we did.
Yeah. This feels very... Yeah, actually, you know what? Like, this is very much like, this is a summation of all the things you have done in the game.
Yes.
I'm fascinated to see what this list is when you do your playthrough.
Oh my gosh, yes. Well,
Will it just be
that's
like a
if
list of
we-
fuck-ups? Or will there be, like, wonderful things that you're able to do?
What I'm looking forward to is, because it's things that we wouldn't have otherwise chosen, right? Like what that uncovers for us to sort of look at.
Yeah.
So even if it doesn't feel very ethical or good,
Yeah.
what do we learn?
Yeah. Yeah, that's why I'm excited about it too. Like, I feel like there's going to be lots of moments where we were both just like screaming and like being like, how can we say this? But we are going to say it.
Like close your eyes and click the button.
Yeah. And I feel like the death count might be quite high too.
Yes, potentially.
It's still a point for you. No denying it.
Yeah.
I also looked into the mystery of the doomed commercial area.
I don't know what a doomed commercial area is.
Rue de Saint Gisling?
Ghislaine, I think, is how they pronounce it.
A commercial building where all businesses go bankrupt. I looked into it. What?
Or the curse turned out to be possibly introponetical, part of my larger investigation into Martinez itself.
Well, I think it's not important. Definitely one or two.
Yeah. Let's say this. He doesn't believe us, but I don't care at this point.
Doesn't matter.
No, it didn't. It didn't turn out to be anthroponetical again. Enough with the sort of repay 2mm hole in the word line. This isn't Paradox B. We're a police force.
Yeah, and if the evidence is the evidence, then it's the evidence.
I don't know what Paradox B is, but I hope it's a cop show of some sort.
Yeah.
Like a CSI.
Tell us, people of the internet, if somehow you know,
That's, yeah.
what is Paradox B? Maybe it's like X-Files.
Yes. Yes.
Paradox B
Oh,
is
here we
a
go.
fringe science magazine published in Grad. Its mission is to explain theories like telekinesis and intra-isolary power before they get out of hand. It doesn't look like the lieutenant wishes you to push this angle further. Cut it out is indeed what he is thinking.
That's fair.
What was that just now? We got like a thought or something?
Did we? Just scroll
Something
down.
happened. I didn't there was something that came up on the green, but I didn't.
Let's scroll down and see what we've got in. Is it
Bankruptcy
bankruptcy?
sequence? Surely not.
Is
Business
that
loves
new?
silence, the second loudest sound in the world, eclipsed only by the collective screams of market crash victims. So let me whisper to you. Now, this isn't anything to do with what we've just been saying. Do you feel
okay.
the veil of the sun? I know. We've read this one before. I don't remember what it was. but-
Okay. Did we get a point maybe? No, we didn't
Maybe
get
we-
experience.
Yes, we did. Here we've got 3.
Okay, there you go. I confiscated drugs from Kuno's dad.
Who's Kuno?
Oh.
You don't want to know.
You're right, Lieutenant. I don't. You snorted the drugs, I know you did. It's alright. I mean, at this point, anything is but the drink.
Oh, wow. It's interesting that the alcohol has been the main point of contention.
Yeah, and again, it's this moment of like, I feel angry at him for accusing us of these things that we're not doing, but also his evidence up till this point of his experience of Harry is like, this is what would have happened. So
Yeah.
I just got to like take a deep breath.
So what do you say? Want to take this hot shit back and then
I
point to
don't
ourselves?
want to, but you discovered a new species and solved the murder.
He shrugs.
So I have to. Jude,
Anything that ends the trial is okay with me.
You haven't been drinking, she thinks, so maybe this time.
Agreed. The public relations potential of this is too valuable to let go.
okay. We have vehicles in the square, and the perpetrator needs to be taken into custody. Let's go.
Whew.
Now you will finally get to know who you are.
Wait, I have a few questions before we go about who I am.
The man looks westward, impatiently, jingling his car keys in his pocket.
Oh.
Number 3.
Oh,
Am I a
100%.
dirty cop working for the
I need to know.
We've got to know.
The Phasmid, I need to tell Lena.
Yes. Do we think we're going to get all of these? I think we probably are.
Yeah, I think we probably are too.
Is this the end of the game? If it is, I'm going to just tack it on to the end of the previous episode.
That's a good idea. And then we get to ask him what he does. What he's going to do now. Is this it? Is this the last conversation?
I don't know.
Ask. It's top to bottom then.
Okay. Who am I?
Who are you? You're a gym teacher, Harry.
What?
Well, obviously you're not a gym teacher anymore, but
We did think something like that when we were doing the lifting the weights.
Oh yeah, he's the fucking.
Before you were a cop, you were a gym teacher in Coron. It's getting really cold outside. Should we maybe...
Whoa, that does explain a lot.
No way, I was a flagellant monk.
Or a guerrilla soldier / gym teacher. They're all good.
Yeah, flagellant monk.
You haven't told us about that. You just told us about being a gym teacher.
Okay, well, that does explain a lot.
Harry, it explains everything. The running around, the jumping, the bicep girth. Your inexplicable facial hair.
Inexplicable facial hair. The collection of found sportswear I've assumed. Amassed, rather.
Your moves on the church floor, which honestly were just jump aerobics. Your use of the word graffito.
Contact Mike.
We might have learned if we'd done the contact. We didn't do the contact Mike thought, did we?
I think we did.
Did we?
Yeah.
Oh,
But I think there was a check somewhere earlier on where we didn't succeed.
But we have had like basically some sort of
We've been obsessed with Contact Mike.
contact Mike and a drill instructor of some sort in our head.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Of course. Contact Mike.
Yeah.
He's been on about Mike again. I hate that guy.
Okay.
Contact Mike is a reprise of the most inspiring basic sporting principle of open competition. A 5,001 rank outsider.
5,000 to 1, I would think.
Oh yeah. Can I say that?
I just want to read out other options and then. When was this? When I was a gym teacher?
You said in Couron I was a gym teacher there?
Why did I join the RCM then?
What?
Okay, yeah, I like yours.
Contact Mike!
Oh, you don't say. Does he also vault an impassable gulf of finance and privilege?
Ooh.
It is getting cold out.
Okay, she looks around at the dilapidated village. When was this? When was I a gym
In your
teacher?
20s or late 20s. You've really let yourself go since then.
You said it was in Coulon. I was a gym teacher there.
Yes, you taught gym in Coulon. I believe that's the term. Taught gym at a high school. You were a high school gym teacher.
We have had a unusually capable way of talking to young people.
Except with Kuno, but that's because Kuno is,
I mean, how could anybody know how to talk to Kuno?
yeah, it's particularly challenging.
The smell of sweat and glue, the worn floorboards. Kuro is just east of Jamroad. It was a short walk every morning
all this money.
to the baseball field.
Can't bring a spin on
Sports
fucking anything.
building.
High school. Harry, your goings on with Kuno, Andre, Acel, the whole thing on the ice. That's why you are so juvie.
His smirk suggests, barely contained laughter.
Why did I join the RCM then?
The regular. You found some chick. She inspired you to fight the big fight. Be more than you are. All that.
You, every morning, walking from Voyager Road to teach gym. She, leaving for the academy with her spring coat on. The air filled with the smell of smoke and raspberries, and incredible hope. An ocean full of hope.
Okay.
Interesting that they were so poor if both of them had full-time jobs. Like,
Well,
that says something about how fucked probably the economy is.
Yeah, her family
Or-
had money though, right?
Or how bad they possibly just Harry was with money in terms of, like, possibly just, like, spending it all on
Alcohol.
alcohol and maybe drugs. Okay, I see.
I knew it. I knew no normal human being can run like that. He's an honest-to-God gym teacher.
And we did climb that. We teleported. Remember?
That's right, we teleported!
to the top of the building.
And early on, Kim complains that we just, like, run everywhere. Like, just running all the time. Why am I like this? Well,
Do we want to know?
we both just trailed off because there was a mysterious sound and the cat is now missing.
Yeah. So
It's not a mystery. Some chick fucked you over. Also, you were drunk.
Was she called Dora Dubois?
Dubois? It was Dora Engelund, I think. You've said her name, but you weren't married. You were engaged.
wait, Dora England?
Something like that. Half Vazan.
Vasa is where beautifully and impossibly blonde people come from.
So we weren't even married.
No one is married anymore. This is Revachol.
Huh? When was it?
God, I don't know. 6 years ago? She was way before my time.
We weren't sure what the timeline was around there.
Yeah, that's right.
So that's kind of satisfying to know.
6 years and you haven't gotten over it. What the hell is wrong with you?
6 years?
Yeah. Or 7. You're not doing too good there. It's an old man thing. 2 old years equals 1 normal year. That and Dora Engelund really tore you a new one. A big one.
Whoa.
Shall we ask who was she?
Yeah.
Incredibly bangable.
What did she do?
She was incredibly fuckable. A beautiful bourgeois woman. Wayfish. Like a Welkin, basically.
I mean,
Yeah, I
at
think she-
least this is what we've said about her, presumably, because he never met her.
Snow Welkin. Blonde Welkin.
Okay.
Heartbreak Welkin.
I've only seen a picture, but it's obvious you formed a real spiritual connection with how pretty she was. One you never recuperated from.
Okay.
Look, the sun is about to go down.
Oh,
It's
I'm
time
worried
to
about the
go.
time passing.
I think she taught in the Académie des Arts, east of the river. Way east. Hard to say which came first, the middle-class chick or the drink. Egg and the chicken kind of thing. My point is, you need to see a psychiatrist about this shit. Not a psychologist. Several degrees harder. Is there something harder than a psychiatrist? A forensic psychiatrist? Go talk to
No,
that.
don't do that. You don't want to. You want to talk to a
They're
clinical.
not going to be able to help you. But also, like, I think you are misunderstanding how many degrees a psychologist has. They also know what they're talking about. Possibly you mean, when I say you, I mean Sean, a psychologist rather than a therapist?
Yes,
Yeah.
definitely.
That's how I would have framed the sentence. But maybe these things are different in different countries.
You're right. They probably almost certainly are.
Yeah.
Yeah.
In New Zealand, I'm pretty sure psychologists have to have a doctorate.
Yep. They have a.
Yeah.
They have a PhD.
And therapists can. I think therapy is kind of a semi-unregulated space.
It is an unregulated workforce. Yes.
Like, I think there are
There's
qualifications you can
voluntary-
get,
Yeah.
but they're not, like, prescribed.
So the problem with therapists or counselors is that you have some that are extremely good and really evidence based, and some who are really not. So the variability is the problem, not the counselors themselves. If that makes sense.
Yeah, fully. I think we could all say we've spoken to great counsellors at various times in life, and other ones that are just kind of a bit doing their own thing.
In other words, he's heard enough about this.
And in New Zealand, psychiatrists specifically
Can prescribe medication.
prescribe
They're a
medication.
medical doctor.
They're not actually necessarily there to give you therapy. I don't even know if you can see a psychiatrist for therapy in New Zealand.
I don't know.
As far as I know, you can only see them for, like, getting diagnoses.
Which you can do with a psychologist as well. But what I was going to say about psychologists, they will give you some therapy, but it's usually time limited, really targeted.
Yeah, and it tends to be for, like, people who have, like, at least to my knowledge, if someone else might have different opinions on this, you might even have different opinions on this, but it's like, tends to be more like, this is more for people who have, like, mental illness. Or, like, trauma or something like that.
Yeah.
As opposed to just, like, talk therapy.
Yes, no, they don't do talk. They don't generally do talk therapy because they're usually trying to target a certain issue.
Yeah.
And by that I mean, like, someone can't leave the house or,
Yeah.
you know, that sort of thing. I also wonder if that's maybe the way, I don't know this, but I wonder if that's the way that our health system is set up, and that in order to access a psychologist, you need to have certain diagnoses. Whereas you
I
can
just
see a counsellor.
independently saw a
But you paid for it,
psychologist.
right?
I did, yeah.
That's
it was
what I
fucking
mean.
expensive.
Yeah, so you paid for that. So I think in order to access them normally, quote unquote, you'd have to have a diagnosis to get a referral, and could be well wrong about that, because if you're experiencing distress,
Are you talking about just, like, being referred through the public health system?
yeah.
I don't even know. I feel like this is a massive derail. We could go into it for quite a while, because I don't know how much you can see psychologists through the public health system.
They definitely exist in hospitals and stuff.
Okay. I mean, this is part of the reason why
And you
our
s-
mental health system sucks so much, is that you have to be, like, about to kill yourself before
And
you get help a lot of the time.
ACC, which is a part of our public health system,
Yeah.
definitely can access psychologists through there.
Yeah. And that's kind of
psychiatrists.
like through a specific. So ACC in New Zealand is the Accident
Compensation Corporation.
Yeah. So basically, in New Zealand, if you have an accident, your healthcare afterwards is covered.
It's publicly funded health insurance for accidents and injuries.
Yeah, it's weird because it basically means if you have some sort of health problem because of an accident, you don't have to worry about paying for it. But if you have a health problem just because you're fucked, then
You're fucked.
you can still get cover through the public health system, but
It's slower and it's usually you get like less support.
yeah.
Like if you have if you acquire a disability through an accident, that you suddenly require you need perhaps to use a wheelchair or something like that now. ACC will fund all of that, and it's like reasonably good.
And
but if
will
you
sometimes cover your wages, like potentially for as long as you can't work, which for some
Yeah.
people will be like for the rest of their lives.
yeah, which is like really
Which is
fucking
great. That is
good.
how that should work. But it should also be that
There's rules and stuff around it, but yeah. But it should be for everybody.
It should be for
if you
everybody,
happen to I don't know, need the same situation, but you need the wheelchair because of
let's say you got cancer.
whatever it may be, something like that. Nah.
Nah.
You have to go through the public health system, which is way strained.
Yeah. It's a
So
bit fucked.
that's a massive derail, but
That's a huge derail, but there you go. We think that sentence didn't make sense within at least our context.
so it could make perfect sense elsewhere.
Yeah. Okay, let's ask the hot question.
I'm just worried about us running out of time because the sun's going down, quote unquote. I really want to know about the phasmid. I want to tell Lena. I want to know that more than La Puta Madre.
Really?
Yes. And then number 3.
Okay. The phasmid, I need to tell Lena about this.
Who is Lena?
She lives at 1113
got an address.
Tabernacle Road in Jamrock.
Yes.
Remember?
A cryptozoologist. She lives in Jamrock on Tabernacle Road. She told me about this phasmid.
Tabernacle? It's on the way over.
Yes.
Near where you live on Perdition.
Oh, well, now we know where we live. Great.
Fine, if we're gonna drop you off anyway.
Yes!
She and her husband were conducting the search for the phasmid. It's their discovery, in part.
It is.
Yes.
Yeah, for sure. We wouldn't have known about it without them.
They should know as soon as possible. It would do you good to deliver some positive news for a change.
Yes.
It's true.
She is going to be over the moon.
Okay. Phew. She is going to be over the moon. I'm a dirty cop. Am I a dirty cop?
No,
Yeah. No, because the suspects seem to think.
you're too unstable to work for a mob boss. You're suicidal, Harry. No mob boss would take you.
Okay.
I like how Kim also dismissed it, just like
Out of
no.
hand. No.
I assure you, I wouldn't consult for a corrupt unit.
Okay, thank you. Good.
He would immediately backpedal out of it.
So maybe we're a double.
I told you. it's
Triple
not that
agent.
bad.
Somehow. Quadruple agent. All the way back around again.
Similarly, because if we're running out of time, I'm going to ask this before this.
Kim, what will you do now?
Well, first I will go back to my station and write the most detailed report anyone has ever seen.
Yes.
It will have to be good to cover all these. Then I will have a serious talk with my captain.
Come work with us.
Detective, we just stopped a small-scale war. Something is happening to Revachol.
Oh. He pulls up his collar and looks around, the cold spring light reflected in the lenses of his glasses.
Plus, I mean, we know about the hole in the world. Like, I think possibly people need to be evacuated out of this area.
I don't know what yet, but it's going to be a hard spring for the RCM. We need to get ready, infiltrate, investigate.
I was about to say the hole, but didn't we learn that there are multiple holes?
Look, we can ask him to join us.
Yes, come with us.
Want to do that at Station 41?
Oh, you're about
Talk
to
to
have
Captain Price? I'd rather
What?
not ruffle the feathers of two captains
Little Miss
with my
Cold Wars.
doom-mongering.
No, I mean investigate. Come work.
He could join our special task force.
That's right, come be our partner.
He doesn't even have to leave his station if he's part of our special task force.
Come work on Precinct 41.
Work with Price? I'm flattered, but I don't know if I...
Would fit in. And crazy enough. Can take the stress. He doesn't know how to finish the sentence.
I'm so glad we invested in Spready Core before we did this.
Yes.
This truly came as a surprise to him. Not a bad one. but he's at a loss.
Speaking of points, we've got to remember on your run, I think we will anyway, because I think you're probably going to have physique as your main stat, right?
I think so, yeah.
But to invest in electrochemistry, because apparently there's a bunch of stuff we missed because we had this like as low as it could possibly be.
That's all right. We'll get in the next run through. I see our composure's also fucking low, so
Yeah.
there might be some things that we get from those sorts
that's
of
a good
things.
idea. Maybe I'll take a screenshot
Of our final,
at the end and be like, let's do like the inverse of that or something.
yeah, or at least let it help guide us.
Yeah.
Flattered? Your Lieutenant Kitsuragi. We would be flattered if you even considered.
There's still so much about Camelot we don't know, and I'm really mad about it.
I would have to tie things up in GRIH first. But, I mean, whatever is coming, Jamrock will be more central to it than the harbor.
Does that mean you're considering it? The lieutenant turns very serious all of a sudden.
And we also have a huge caseload, Lieutenant. Piles that we need to get back to. Mountains, even.
I do like the sound of that.
He returns his spell.
I feel like they just become like besties, like just like that.
He's really considering it.
Oh, I feel like in the bad boy run through, he's not gonna like
He's
us.
not gonna
really.
like you
He's
very
not gonna like- But that's all right. This is we know in our heart that he's
He will
thinking,
always be our boy.
Precinct 41. What kind of station is it?
Us? We're the bloody murder station, haven't you heard?
Ooh.
We're the bad guys. No one likes us.
Oh, well.
That's not true. Jamrock is too big for one precinct. You are just understaffed. And everyone respects the 41st. You have Captain Price.
They keep talking about Captain Price.
It's extra funny hearing him say that after saying like work with Price.
Oh, like I don't know if I can work with Price. Yeah.
Thank you, Lieutenant. You're being kind. It is an understaffed station and the district is too big, which is why we need to...
He tilts his head
Get
northward.
back to it. We
Sorry.
left Torsen and McLean to run the Sea Wing. It's not good.
Torsen and McLean.
Mac the Torso Torsen and Chester McLean. They're not fit to run a wing. Believe me. Things are shaky as it is.
They are damn iconic, though. Torsen and McLean.
An iconic duo, I take it.
Yeah, not like us. Two clinically depressed old men. Where's the contrast here? We are garbage.
Hey, garbage that's just spent like 5 days running non-stop, so... And the Sea Wing is...
God. There are 4 wings, Harry. A, B, C, and D. We're in C. It's made of losers and clock punchers. You and I reconceptualized it as a task force. It was a mistake.
I think it was the best decision ever.
Yeah.
Actually. I think that in your run through, you should never accept being called Harry when given a chance.
Or if wherever will be, is it Raphael?
Yeah, if Raphael Ambrosius Cousteau,
Yeah.
or maybe one of the other names.
There's also a lot of outside help involved, not only me. Other losers too.
He's anything but a loser. Although he would like to be seen as one. It's cooler that way.
Okay. Tell us about this Price.
Ptolemy Price? He's the son of the old Price, one of the founders of the RCM.
Okay.
He's one of the most highly regarded men in the force. You're lucky.
You could be there too, Kim.
Somewhere under the curved roof of a former silk factory, shaped like a ladybird with 2 chimneys, Police Captain Ptolemy Price sits behind a heavy wooden desk. Resident medic Nix Gottlieb pours him coffee. It's silent in the captain's office.
Wow.
Okay.
They speak of change, the city, the tension on the streets. They speak of the events of April and the blood on the streets in May.
Did we recently shoot up a church by any chance and point to the church?
Oh.
So he remembers that. Yes, there may have been a raid on some churches. It wasn't good press.
No.
Shooting up churches never is. I was out of town, to be clear.
What happened? Why did we need to go there?
Our enemies were hiding in a church, to the best of our information. That's it. I'm not talking about this anymore. Your security clearance is shit tier right now. You have to wait for it to go up.
He means it. The RCM and its enemies will not be discussed on this coast.
Fair enough. There probably are people like in all of these buildings listening to everything we're saying right now.
Almost certainly.
Your clearance will not go up while you're within earshot of the Union headquarters.
Yeah. So I work in the bloody murder station.
Okay, it's not the bloody murder station. It's an old converted silk mill with green desk lamps and a coffee corner. A lot of good people work there, hard, every day.
Jamrock is the largest ghetto in Rivershoal. Faubourg, technically, but it's divided into 11 districts. Jamrock only has us.
The press will blow over. Jamrock is lucky to have you, and it's often considered to be the greatest of the districts. You're lucky to have it.
Okay.
It's interesting. This is the first time in this whole game I've felt like the narrative was even slightly pro-cops.
Thank you again, Lieutenant.
Which I suppose, if you've got a whole lot of cops talking to each other, it's not weird that the things they're saying would be pro-cop. Okay, I'm ready. Am I ready? Are we ready?
Oh my gosh, yes.
Is this going to be the end? What have we still got? We weren't able to dance next to the words on fire.
Well,
We weren't able to do that. We never were going to do that. This is broken. That's broken. That's the one that we didn't get to do.
right. Well,
But
so we could.
So many things are
most
done.
of them that are left are things we couldn't do.
yes, this is genuinely something we wanted to do but couldn't do.
Yes.
Everything else we couldn't do.
Okay,
Yeah,
so
yeah,
that's
yeah.
not bad. I'm ready.
Is it the end? It's clap.
Good.
She looks at you, then at Vic-Marie.
Fuck it, let's go. Trump brought his motor carriage. It's a 20-minute drive to Jamrock.
It's not
Go
that
get
far,
the
right?
suspect first.
Under the evening sky, the great district turns on its lights. A chessboard of wooden houses, 80,000 living souls inside. Fire traps as far as the eye can see, from Main Street to Precinct 41 atop the motorway, to Boogie Street forking into the dark horizon. You close your eyes and hear the dogs bark. A lone woman sits by a factory window, dreaming of meteorite strikes. On Rue de Saint-Jérôme, a square bullet slides into a square-shaped chamber.
Square bullet
In
murder.
Old South, a man without eyelids smiles. Spring has come. It's time. Dawson? Yes. McLean? Yes. Heidelstein? No. Vicmere? Yes. Dubois? Of course.
Did it say no because he's not actually a cop?
I don't know.
Really? Nick Gottlieb looks up from the list. I hear he's unstable. You say that like it's a bad thing. Captain Potomley Price gestures with a ballpoint pen. It's dim in his office, and the curtains are drawn. Harry's our man. He'll pull through. When he does, he'll side with the people. Understood. Gottlieb returns to the list. Minnow? Of course.
So they're going. They.
They are going through a list.
Yeah.
Wonderful. Then can we please just go back to Jamrock now?
I think this is the end. Look at this button, it's so white.
It's so final. Yeah.
Oh. He's got a concussion, poor cunt.
Oh, that's nice too. We got a special dialogue for wearing those boots.
We did. I'm kind of glad we were wearing the cop jacket for the end of that.
Yeah.
How many people are fitting into that fucking car?
Wow. Yeah.
Don't forget the suspect! Oh my gosh!
I mean, I knew the end was coming right up, but I don't know what I thought it would be at the end.
Wow.
They did give us a bit of a like a run through of the choices we made, which was in some ways quite nice.
Yeah,
As a player to be reminded of those.
Yeah. Especially if you like hadn't remembered much what the things you'd done. Especially probably if you've played it more than once. 'Cause you'd be like, what did I do in this run through? Wow. Wow, you guys!
We made it!
All of you out there who've come on this journey with us.
Yeah, I was actually reflecting on this the other day because I was feeling really warm about it. I know we don't, we got into the point where we can't answer every comment. We do read them all.
Sure.
But we can't answer everyone. But I was reflecting on how grateful I am for the insightful and intelligent and kind comments that people leave, and just like that engagement.
Ezra and I were talking about this, and we were saying like we would not have enjoyed this playthrough like
half as much if we hadn't had all the things that you guys were telling us about it and theorizing with us and telling about your own experiences. Some of you guys had really intense emotional experiences with this, and like sharing those with us is really beautiful, so thank you. Yeah, we're very very genuinely appreciative.
And like, yeah, just like all of the engagement with all of you guys has just like added so many layers. So just really wanted to say thank you to you guys, because it's been super cool.
It's been wonderful. It's been, like I said, grateful is the word. I've been really grateful for this. So.
I feel like, I know this is getting a bit emotional, but like, I feel like this is like something that I will look back on in my life and be like, wow, what a cool thing to do.
We had a great
this
time.
Kind of like community interactive like thing.
Yeah, and I really, I used the word insightful before, and I think that's one of the most enjoyable things, is the different perspectives that everyone has, and picks up on, things that we don't necessarily pick up on.
Yeah. Piss faggot. Sorry.
Out of fucking nowhere.
I just had to say that at the end because it came up. Oh, these are all the voice actors.
Right.
I thought someone on the cast was calling themselves that. So that's why I was just yelling it out. Wow.
So how are you feeling?
I'm feeling a lot of emotions. I'm really glad we've already decided we're going to play a second playthrough, because oh, well, look at this. Look at all the voices that these people have done.
That's impressive.
Wow. Incredible work. All of you. Sorry. I'm really glad we're going to be doing a second playthrough, because if this was like the end and we weren't going to play it again, I don't know how I would feel. I would just be like, I'm not ready. I'm not ready for it to be over.
Things left undone.
Not just things left undone, but just like it's been such a huge emotional journey that I'm not done with it.
Yes.
I can see now why so many of you have played through again and again and again, or watched multiple playthroughs. What are you feeling?
Oh, I'm also pleased we're going to do another one, because I hadn't realised, this is another benefit of everyone chatting to us, right? Is that you get an insight into how different a playthrough can be.
Yeah. Because otherwise you might think that
this is just the game.
This is just, what we've seen is the game, and there's no other.
That's right.
The only other things that could happen might be failure.
Yes.
Right?
Yeah.
I think that's what I'm most excited to see in your playthrough, is the things that we succeed at that are totally different.
And getting our fucking head pounded into the pavement by Measurehead.
Maybe you'll win.
I mean, anything is possible in life.
Yeah, just because I feel like a lot of the time when we've been playing, we've been oh, that option looks amazing, but I don't feel like it'll go well for us.
Yeah.
And so we haven't chosen it.
So now we can go with the bad options.
Yeah, but I'm hopeful that some of the things that are really wild and possibly a little bit offensive to the NPCs and stuff like that, I'm hoping that they'll still have like exciting outcomes anyway. It won't just be like you make everyone mad
Yeah.
and everyone hates your guts.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Nice.
Oh man.
Friends, how are you feeling?
Tell us what you guys like. I'd love to hear, like, no pressure as always, but I'd love to hear from any of you who haven't seen or played this game before, and this is your only exposure to it. What are your thoughts? Slimy slime. But also just like, again, thank you to everybody who's accompanied us on the journey. Do we think we're going to take a break for a while before we do playthrough 2?
I'm not sure. Probably a couple weeks at least.
Yeah. This game, if you guys didn't know, we only came across because one of you guys,
Multiple of you recommended
suggested
it. So I think if you have any other recommendations, we do have a wee list that we keep. And actually, if multiple people recommend a game, that actually adds weight to our
Some games we've talked about playing
choices.
in the past. Detroit Become Human. We've thought about God of War, not the newest one, but the second newest one.
Yes.
Fuck.
I can't even remember what's on the list, to be honest.
I'm just thinking about the big ones. We've thought about maybe doing the Dragon Age series, or possibly not playing from the first one. I'm not sure. We played like a teaser of the first one, and we were like, oh my gosh, this is so fucking old and clunky. I don't know if we can do it. But I did just play a little bit of Dragon Age Inquisition with a friend the other day, and we were like, I was like, oh yeah, this game's actually really good. I've forgotten how good it is. What else? What are some of the games that we've like... I mean, I think one of the things that's most interesting to play are games with multiple choices.
Yes,
so
likewise.
probably we'll start going hard. I mean,
We'll
from your
content-
perspective, it looks like we've been playing Baldur's Gate this whole time.
Like on and off, yeah.
We actually haven't, because we played a bunch of it and then stopped so that we could catch
Focus
you
on-
guys up with us.
Yes, we didn't want, because we were something like 12 episodes ahead, and I much prefer to play alongside
With
you.
people, yeah.
Alongside you all, so.
We'll probably start playing that again reasonably soon.
Yeah.
So yeah, if there are any suggestions you guys have, because this wasn't even on our radar.
No.
And then also there's always doing some taster sessions. And
Yeah.
maybe playing some Minecraft or something just to like fuck around.
We game together regardless. Not
We
everything
do.
we game.
Yeah,
not
we play
not all the
Wacky World.
Yeah, I was gonna say not everything we do together ends up on the channel, but we just
We play with the husbands quite a bit.
Yeah, we just like
Or
fuck
with my
around.
siblings. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, friends, it's been awesome. I hope you join us elsewhere.
Yeah.
But if you were just
The
here
Witcher
along for
series is there. The Mass Effect series is there. If you haven't checked those out.
Far Cry's there. That's a bit different though.
Far Cry was so much fun to
We
play.
enjoyed that a lot. I don't think
Yeah.
other people did as much. But
Yeah. Well, it's much more of a straight through storyline. But
Yeah.
like the Mass Effect series is there, which
That's true.
obviously you can play multiple ways. We really liked our playthrough.
Yes.
Witcher, the same thing.
I enjoyed our playthrough on that as well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Final summation of this game. What would you say to somebody who'd never played this game before and you were like talking to them about it?
Well, I've already recommended it to like a bunch of other people.
Same. I recommend it to people all the time.
Yeah, constantly.
And it's really hard to recommend because it's like, how do you tell people about this game without spoiling? Like, it's like, how do you describe what this game is?
It's really hard. I'm just trying to think how I described it. I recommended it to my mum, who might be playing.
Oh, but your mum would love it.
I think she would love it too. And I'm just trying to think about how I framed it up to her. I think I described it as visually like grimdark, but like an emotional exploration of
Loss.
yeah, like Harry's past and coming to terms with all of that. And then I said it, and it's kind of in this world where things are very strange.
Yeah.
You know.
And you think at first that it's normal, but
And every decision is interesting and matters.
yeah.
Yeah. I don't know that I framed it exactly. I can't remember how I framed
It
it.
was a
to
stress
her.
relief dog.
I don't think I framed it like that. But how would you?
Yeah, similar. I think I would be like, it's got really unassuming graphics, but what makes it engaging is the story. It's like the story about... But I just think it doesn't express it right. Like, it's a story about, like, loss and love and about being a detective.
Yeah. The frame of the story is being a detective, but it is about loss and love.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mankind, be vigilant. We loved you.
Loved, past tense.
Yeah, well, they got bought out since then, so.
True, yeah. Yeah, I would highly recommend. This is quite honestly one of the best games I think I've ever played.
Yeah,
Yeah.
without a doubt. And on that note, I think we should say goodbye for now.
Us. Yeah, like I said, friends, we're very grateful. I hope to see you again, but if this is it, then you've been wonderful company, so thank you.
Yeah. And I guess
We'll catch you next time.
see you then.
Bye. Oh my gosh, I can't believe it's over.
I'm emotional.